Are you Tenacity, the bounty hunter?
That's me.
I have a contract for you. A man we want to find.
And consider it done. What's his name?
His name's Temperance, but he calls us Overroy. He refuses to join us. He's a renegade. You must be careful, it's said that he's armed.
Armed? You think I usually go after Boy Scouts? Anyway, I know this Roy. I didn't know he was a renegade. We even worked together back in the day. Tough guy. It's gonna cost you.
Name your price. We can't let this man walk free. And if he dies, we'll only be grateful.
All right, I'll be back with his body in a bit. Now get out of here. Your stench is pissing my dog off.
I don't think they could follow us. You all right?
Not too well. I need to understand what happened. Somebody's got to know something.
I'm really sorry, kid. I know what you're going through and why you need answers, but my priority is for us to survive, too. We gotta find a place to hide out. I had somewhere not far from here back in the day, so let's go see if it's still there.
Okay, you're probably right. Roy, I've never felt this way. I'm so fucking angry, yet I can't even cry.
I understand, I promise. We'll go find Charity after. If anyone knows anything about a rebel or resistance movement, it's her.
Thanks. Really, thank you. You seem to be making a habit of saving my life.
Forget it. Come on, let's go.
Yes?
I have a few questions to ask you, if it's okay. You said your parents were in the militia?
Yes. My father got wounded in combat a long time ago, but he didn't want to stop fighting. So when the militia started, he and my mother joined up.
A noble intention, except I get the impression the militia isn't around much in these parts. Maybe they all retired when they announced the war was over.
That'd be strange. The militia's still useful. Anyway, you can always ask them.
Come on, let's go.
Yes?
I have a few questions to ask you, if it's okay. You seem to be only thinking about the resistance. Why?
It's true. I hope they'll help me understand, to get over my parents too. And I can't just stand back. I have to do something or I'll go crazy.
I understand. You holding up?
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm out of it. And sometimes I'm full of anger. But I'll be fine.
If you ever need a hand, you can count on me.
Thank you, really. It's hard, but thanks to you, I think I'll be fine. And at least I have a goal now. Something I can work towards.
To get their house destroyed like this, my guess is your parents weren't just anybody in the militia.
I honestly didn't care about that stuff at all before I went to war. But it's true, a lot of people used to drop by to see them. Asking for advice, all that kind of stuff. Man, do I regret not paying more attention. And not telling them to drop it all.
No point in thinking about the past now. Come on, let's go.
Papers?
I was a prisoner in an abundance camp, and I managed to escape.
You escaped? Do I look stupid? Come on, you can tell me all about your bullshit at the station. I'm sure the technomancers would love to hear it too.
Oh, shit.
What's wrong?
This city is a fucking nightmare now. You can't go 3 feet without a patrol stopping you. There's a checkpoint up ahead. They're stopping everybody. And I would just get my papers stolen.
There any way around the checkpoint?
Not to where I'm going. There's always a way to get replacement papers, of course. But the guy who does them is kind of hard to find, you know? The authorities are on his ass big time.
The war's over, so why check everyone?
Well, I guess it's because of politics. I probably shouldn't say this to someone I don't know, but the technomancers didn't make too many friends when they took out the militia. Now there's a resistance. Guys against the authorities. That's why we got all these checkpoints. That and because it seems there's some guy in town who's on the run. I even heard that the technomancers hired a bounty hunter to track him down, but, well, you know. Anyway, none of it's good for business.
You said something about a guy who does papers. Wouldn't know where he hangs out, would you?
I run a bar, so I hear things. But look, I'll tell you if you get ID for me too.
Yeah, okay, I'll get some for you. So, where can I find him?
Thanks, buddy. He's hiding out in the north neighborhood, where the gangs run the place. You be careful, it's pretty hot there.
Later.
Hey, psst. I got lots of great stuff to trade or sell. You got serum?
A little. I got a few questions. Any trouble selling under the table? The authorities aren't making too many problems for you, are they?
If they got me, they'd really get me. Things have changed since the end of the war. It's gotten real difficult. But seeing how I don't know how to do anything else, and of course it jacked up the prices. Hi, wanna see my merchandise?
I got a few questions. You heard anything about the Resistance?
Yeah, of course, but they keep pretty much to themselves. To be honest, I don't know if I should kiss those guys or kick them. They do a hell of a lot of damage. They're even called terrorists most of the time. And sometimes it's true that with the government we got now, it makes you feel like cheering them on. Hi, wanna see my merchandise?
Show me what you got. information, and I figure we're gonna need Charity for that.
Yes?
Come on, let's go.
handsome Roy is back. And with a cute little boy, too. Care to introduce us?
Charity, this is Innocence. Innocence, this is Charity, the great lady of Chatelaire.
A great lady. Don't listen to him, boy. I used to be a whore. Nothing more. But I don't keep my ears plugged.
That's kind of why we came to see you. We'd like to know what happened to some former members of the militia.
Former militia? His family, I suppose. Poor kid. Pretty much all of them were arrested in a single night. No one knows what happened to them after.
I imagine there's a kind of a resistance movement, seeing what the government's like. Kid wants to get in touch with them.
You know, they're a secret society, and a secret society is, well, secret, you see? They don't exactly carry signs saying who they are. It'll take time. And I need a favor. A friend of mine disappeared. And she's not the kind of girl anyone files a missing person on, if you see what I mean. She left a while back to go to Tierville, and she never came back. Find her, Roy, and I'll find the resistance for you.
In the shopping district, huh? All right, I'll take care of it.
Roy, looks like you're back in the neighborhood.
Always a pleasure.
Of course. What do you want?
All that technomancer shit for just one guy. Man, it would suck to be him. Yeah, looking for some renegade technomancer, they say. Can you believe that?
Hey, you, sir. Listen, do you think you could help me out?
Problem?
You can say that again, but I think you're the guy for the job. From what I've seen, you're not the kind scared of duking it out with scumbags.
I'm not planning on making a career out of it.
Of course, but it's for a good cause, see? There's this gang of junkies that's set up in my workshop. I can't go there anymore. And if I can't work, well, I can't earn a living. I'll pay you, of course.
I get the impression you're not exactly short on junkies around here.
Used to be they kept a low profile, but when the army started checking everyone going around the shadow layer, they figured out pretty quick it was a field day for them. The soldiers are too busy standing around at checkpoints on the main streets to go chasing junkies around the slums. So this bunch of bums set up in my place, in my workshop, and there's not a thing I can do. But you'll help me, right? Please.
So I get a bunch of addicts out of your place. Then what?
Then I'll give you some serum, of course. And if you ever need a hand, you just let me know. Turnabout and all that, right?
All right, I'll go see those squatters.
Thank you so much. I owe you. And actually, I'm the craftsman around here.
Roy, wandering evictor. Later.
Hi, what can I do for you?
I gotta admit, I don't really see why you stick around this dump.
We moved here nearly 40 years ago, my wife and I. Wasn't the lap of luxury, but we couldn't really afford anything else. And there were things to do around here at the time. She was an artist, you know? I just ran the store. Compared to what she could do with her hands, the technomancers were nothing. She was a real magician. She's not here anymore. But I can't leave our workshop. We built it together. I'd have liked to know the place was going to survive both of us. If we'd had a kid, that would have been what we wanted more than anything. Well, almost anything.
I see. Since you've been living here, you must have heard about Charity, I guess.
Of course. Great woman. I don't even want to think what things would be like around here without her.
I suppose so.
It's not what you think. She's got good company, that's for sure, but that's not all she does. You know?
Really?
May seem like an old-fashioned idea, but she's a good person. She helps people. And has enough influence so things run pretty much smoothly, even though the militia disappeared. It's sure not the Source or its soldiers who are gonna do that for us. Hooker or not, it's people like her that we need, not them. Maybe Wisdom and his guard dog should try selling their bodies to see what it's like. They could do with a change of perspective. I mean, don't go repeating that, of course. You tend to relax a bit when the cat's not around.
No problem. I can't even think of how to fit it into a conversation. Later.
Don't you take me for a fool, Chance. I can see you've been taking it again. You're looking for trouble? Last time wasn't enough?
Yeah, right. They let us go in the end. I or not, they don't give a shit about us.
Hey, anyway, this place is the perfect hangout. We'll be quiet here.
You're stopping Mr. Frugality from working, and the soldiers only let you go because I begged the lieutenant, all right? We work together, but he won't keep looking the other way forever.
Mom, don't make me look bad in front of my friends. Leave us the fuck alone, man.
Yeah, Mom. Stop making him look bad and go suck your lieutenant off. And tell him he didn't see nothing, huh?
Hey, shut the fuck up, man.
What? Who are you?
Delivery man? I got an order to deliver a dozen kicks in the ass at this address. Won't take long, promise.
Oh, yeah? You just tried, you fucking fuck!
Please don't hurt them. They're just kids.
They look old enough to stand and walk to the door, unless maybe they want to crawl.
But they don't know what they're doing. That drug makes them that way. They have no idea what they're doing. To other people and themselves.
Are you suggesting I let a guy who didn't do a thing pay for them?
No, of course not. That's not what I meant. But violence will only make things worse. I can hardly get through to my son. Please, they're just kids. Go after the ones who take advantage of them instead.
So basically you want me to take out their dealer? I don't really see how that's any of my business.
They're squatting here to hide, and because their dealer's nearby. If you cut off their supply, you'll be creating a long-term answer to your problem. And you'll be saving lives.
All right, I'll go find the dealer. Just don't make me regret it.
Oh, thank you. Believe me, they'll react fast. I'm a nurse, and I know the effects of all these drugs only too well. Their dealer's called Serenity, I think. He has a place in the shanty. I'll show you on your map.
All right, I'll go pay him a visit.
Can I help you?
You know the craftsman whose workshop your son set up in?
Mr. Frugality? Of course, he was living here before I was even born. He's hardly a master of his trade, but he's a good man. I cared for his wife when I was starting. I'll never forget.
What'd she have?
She never managed to give birth. I helped the doctor with various treatments. But when it turned out that she was showing symptoms of mutation, the son of a bitch decided that her sterility was a sign that she simply shouldn't have children. He denounced her so she would be put in a reserve with the other mutants. But she preferred to take her own life. Mr. Frugality was the one who found her, hanging in the workshop. A letter for him at her feet. The poor man. I don't know how he can stay there.
I think it must be harder for him to leave it. I'm going.
They say technomancers are doing raids downtown. I heard they're looking for some fugitive, but that's all I know.
The access looks blocked for the moment. Serenity, I presume?
You presume too much. If you don't know who you're dealing with, you got no business here.
I know who I'm dealing with. That's why I came to see you. To ask you to stop selling your shit to Chance and his gang. Ask being a euphemism, if you even know what that means.
A feminism, huh? Funny. I don't know what you're talking about. But now I'm the one asking. I'm asking you to leave real fast, or your head'll be asking to get kicked in. If you even know what that means.
Okay, I see we've got a bit of a misunderstanding going on here. What I can do, if needed, is get the message across by taping it to my foot and then shoving said foot right up your ass until the info gets permanently printed into your brain. And if it's still not clear to you after that, well, we can try violence.
Whoa, hang on a sec, dude. Okay. We got a misunderstanding here. You're right. You show up like that and talk to me about a gang of kids as if they're the only ones come around to see me. But now I think about it a bit. I think I know who you mean. Chance, yeah. The kids who hang out in the old guy's workshop. I see who you mean now. And you know what? No problem. Not one more hit for them. It's over. The kids are blacklisted. Not like I forced them, though. They came looking for me like everybody else. But next time, don't worry. I'll send them right back to Mom. I suppose his mother sent you, huh? Anyway, don't worry about it, all right? Nothing's gonna happen to her.
Better not. If anything does, or if I see those kids strung out again, I know where to find you.
Problem?
Just questions for now.
Shoot.
You never have problems with the cops around here?
Ha! The cops! The militia doesn't exist anymore, and the army's got other things to do. This is the slums, dude. Don't sweat it. Nothing's gonna happen to you here. And when a couple of soldiers do come around here, we take care of things. But don't go getting all misty-eyed. They ain't exactly clean either. When they come see me, they're not after candy.
I catch your drift. You ever have anything to do with the Resistance?
What for? I don't give a shit about politics. And they ain't into my line of fine consumer goods. They like their good little fanatics to have a clear head. Especially their boss. Thinking it'd do him some good to do some now and again, though. Bit of tight ass.
For someone who never met him, you sure seem to know a lot about him.
In my business, you always find out about things. You gotta know what and who you're dealing with. And Marco, I heard it don't make a difference if you're on his side or not. He's just one mean dude. So the best thing to do, when it's like that, is stay out of it. I keep my distance and I run my company.
I'll let you get back to work.
Yeah, you do that.
Hello again. Thank you for taking care of the dealer and for giving the kids a chance.
I hope they're smart enough to take it. Your son's doing better? Must be tough, quitting cold turkey like that.
It is tough, but there are no half measures with these substances. It'll take a good week before he's gone through all the phases. I give him pain relievers, and that way I keep him near me, too, until this is over.
And his father?
I'd rather not talk about that. I told Chance he was dead, and I hope he is.
I see. Good luck. I'm going.
Thank you. I'd never be back in my workshop if it hadn't been for you. You saved my life, you know?
Surely you'll return the favor. I went for a non-violent approach. At least with them. They decided to leave the place on their own.
Yeah, well, they didn't look real happy. They even threatened me. But at least they left. Guess I should think about getting some kind of weapon. I gotta be able to protect myself.
Might be a good idea, you know? The scumbags around here may not be hard to impress, but if you don't show a few teeth, you'll sleep outside again and they'll just walk all over you.
Ah, you got that right. I'll go equip myself.
What's the deal with this place? How'd it become the hangout for all the addicts in Shadowlair?
Not all of them, really. But if I told you this part of the city used to be really happy and lively, well, that'd be a happy and lively pile of crap. I've been living here for 40 years now, and it's only ever been a slum. The slum, like everyone calls it, even if none of the other parts of town are all that great either. Anyway, it still found a way to go downhill. People weren't real happy, that's for sure, but they at least didn't go getting all violent like that. They got sold a dream, and they were let down.
Later.